Good afternoon and welcome to the National Basketball Performance Centre here in Manchester. We've got a great one for you today in the Women's British Basketball League as the Manchester Giants try and make it 4 straight home wins as they host the Essex Rebels. My name's Kaz Bullock. We're due to tip off in around 4 minutes time, so stay tuned for what is sure to be a close, exciting matchup between both of these teams today. So the Manchester Giants come into this one sitting in 5th place, 3 wins, 3 losses. And as I mentioned, 3 straight home wins after last weekend's big win against the Oakland Wolves, 92-74. It was a huge all-round win for the team. The highest points total scored this season. They shot 43% from behind the arc, 46% from the field. And Maya Pace went off for 28 points, shooting 4 of 5 from 3, dropped in 11 rebounds and 5 assists as well. Idil Turk getting in on the action off the bench with 3 of 4 three-pointers on her way to 11 points. And a massive 32-point third quarter for the team after being down 3 as they went into half-time. Saw them turn things around in the second half. Georgia Anderson with her best game of the season. 14 points, 5 rebounds and 4 assists. And Sydney Hunter doing Sydney Hunter things, 11 points, 15 rebounds and 5 assists. That's her 4th straight double-double. She's played 4 games, 4 double-doubles. She's currently leading the league in rebounds per game at 13.3. And the team appear to be clicking at the right time before they head towards the Christmas break and the second half of the season. So the Essex Rebels, they played last night. This is a back-to-back for them. They had a game at home against Leicester. They lost that one at 79-70, so they are at 2 wins and 3 losses. And a huge game from Kat Tudor, 23 points, 9 rebounds for her yesterday. Megan Haynes, 9 points in the first quarter, on her way to 16 points, 4 rebounds, 6 assists. She is in her 4th season for the Essex Rebels. Fresh off making her senior debut for GB last month in the Eurobasket qualifiers. A very exciting young player to watch if you haven't seen her before. So Essex, along with Kat Tudor, some new signings this season with Tudor over from California. She played in Australia this summer in NBL 1, as we've seen a lot of players in the league do. The Mandurah Magic she was playing for, averaging 15.6 points per game, 5 rebounds and 2.3 assists. She is a shooter. She is deadly from behind the arc. She's 4th in the league in 3-point percentage and hit 6 earlier this season against Nottingham, so definitely a player to look out for. Alongside her is Darcy Reese from Australia, out of Adelaide, leading the team in rebounds per game with 13.2, and he's 2nd in the league to Sydney Hunter. Now this matchup inside you need to keep your eye on today. The battle inside between Reese and Hunter. It's going to be a good one to watch, and that is going to be crucial for both teams. And that is going to be what really helps either team come out on top today, that fight inside. So starting 5s for today's teams. For the Manchester Giants, it will be Georgia Anderson, Maya Pace, Hannah Shaw, Leah McDermott and Sydney Hunter. And for the Essex Rebels, Claire Paxton, Renee Bush, Kat Tudor, Deja Rogan and Darcy Reese. So Essex starting big here with Claire Paxton and Darcy Reese out in the lineup. That's 6'2" Claire Paxton and 6'4" Darcy Reese. And the Giants matching up there with 6'4" Hannah Shaw and 6' Sydney Hunter. And as I mentioned before, Sydney Hunter leads the league in rebounds. She's a very bouncy player. She gets up there and she can compete with players taller than she is. So keep an eye on that battle inside. So the Manchester Giants playing in green today, and the Essex Rebels will be in red. As the teams come out on court. So the Manchester Giants, 3 straight home wins, looking to make it 4. And the Essex Rebels hoping to pull themselves to 3-3, get to 500 in the standings, and bounce back from that loss last night to the Leicester Riders. So for the tip, it will be Hunter for the Giants. And Reese for the Rebels. Ball's up and we're underway, and it's Reese that wins a tip. Swings it round. Paxton for 3 to start things off. Doesn't go. Pace grabs the rebound into the hands of Anderson. And it's McDermott. Hands it back to Anderson, inside to Shaw. Shaw turns and fires, gets it to go. That's the first 2 points for the Giants. Haynes, round to Paxton, hands it off to Bush. And Tudor driving inside, nice left-handed layup. And that gets the Rebels on the board. Shaw to Pace. Pace pulls up for the long 2, shot doesn't go. And it was Pace that had the hot hand in last week's game, 28 points for her, a season high. She's been fantastic so far. As Megan Haynes draws the foul, and she's going to head to the free throw line. And that foul is on Leah McDermott, and that's her first. So Haynes at the line, she's shooting at 70% from the stripe so far this season. She hit an incredible 12 of 17 earlier this season against the Oaklands Wolves and hits the first one. And the second is good. 2 of 2 from the line, that puts the Rebels up by 2. Anderson working against Haynes. Gets it to Shaw. Back to Pace. Anderson driving, swings it round to Hunter on the baseline. And that's a foul called on the Rebels. As Hunter hits the floor. And that's going to be on Claire Paxton, her first. Hunter, 3 doesn't go. Tudor around to Paxton. Oh, nice pass inside to Reese, who finishes underneath the basket. Giants looking to cut into this here. Shaw tries to get it to McDermott. She's got Bush defending her. McDermott pulls up for 3. Just off the front of the rim, and Reese grabs the rebound. Darcy Reese has got such a good reach as Tudor drives to the basket and drops in another layup. Reese has that wingspan. It's very tough for players to try and defend her. She's able to grab those rebounds, tap that ball. She's leading the league in blocked shots per game with 1.4 as Shaw tries the long 2 and knocks it down. McDermott against Haynes. Haynes gets it back. Paxton inside, knocked down, and you can see there Reese calling for it. As Hunter pulls up, doesn't go, gets her own rebound, tries again, can't get that to go. As Haynes finds some space for the Rebels with a Incredible over-the-head reverse layup and gets it to fall. And if you've seen Megan Haynes play before, you know that's typical for her. She makes those difficult shots and she makes them look easy. As Anderson's three goes. That was a long two, apologies for Anderson. So 4-point Rebels lead here in the first quarter. Paxton. Gets it over to Tudor. Tudor working on the baseline, comes up against Hunter. That's some good D from Sydney Hunter. Tudor breaks, puts up the shot. That doesn't go, and it's Hunter with another rebound. Anderson over to McDermott for their deep three and knocks it down. Giants finding an answer here. Haynes setting things up for Essex. Reese against Shaw. Paxton, and it's Shaw diving in there, forcing the jump ball call, and the Giants will get it back here with 5:47 to play in the first, and that is a chance for them to go ahead. He's got a substitution for Essex, Cameron Taylor-Willis into the game, along with Deja Rogan. Claire Paxton and Renee Bush heading to the bench. Anderson to Hunter. Swings it round. Three's up for Shaw, that doesn't go. And that's some good defense there from Leah McDermott, forcing the turnover so the Giants get another chance at the possession. As McDermott looks to inbound, Anderson's there behind the three-point line. Working off the screen from Shaw. Anderson with the short jumper, that doesn't go. It's great to see Georgia Anderson back out on court after a season away. A well-known name in Manchester basketball, GB basketball, absolute legend of the game. One of the players that hit the 2,000 point mark in the WBBL as Rogan drives all the way to the basket. Can't get the shot to fall. And the Giants will get the ball back. Short to McDermott. Good D there from Rogan. Knocks the ball out, and it's off the Giants. So the Rebels get possession, and you see Deja Rogan, one of the smaller players on court at 5'4", but she's such an explosive player. Makes it so difficult when you've got a small player guarding you as well. She makes it so difficult for whoever she's defending. Haynes round to Tudor. Tudor tries the three. That's short. We'll have a substitution for the Giants as Lauren Thomas-Johnson checks in and Hannah Shaw heads to the bench. And for the Essex Rebels, it is Daniela Turner checking in. Kat Tudor will take a seat. A 1 point Rebels lead here in the first quarter. Anderson over to Hunter. She's got space there. Looks to work her way inside. Draws the foul as she does. Sydney Hunter taking the contact and heading to the free throw line. And that is foul number 1 on Cameron Taylor-Willis for the Rebels. Sydney Hunter shooting just over 70% from the line this season. Knocks the first one down. Playing her first season in the UK, and she's making a real impact in the 4 games she's played already. 2 of 2 from line for Hunter, and that gets her on the board. Megan Haynes heads to the bench for Essex as Jade Mabam checks in. Jade Mabam, a player that the Manchester fans will be familiar with, played her basketball up here, played for the Manchester Met Mystics. Playing in the WBBL, the WEABL. A lot of love for Jade Mabam up here in Manchester. She passes round to Taylor Willis. Finds some space inside, out to Mabam. Swings it round to Turner. And Turner drops in the floater. Rebels go back ahead. Long pass to Thomas Johnson. Pull-up jumper's good, and she nets it. Giants back ahead by 1. Rogan keeps it under control. Long 2, rims out, and it's Hunter fighting for the rebound with Reese. Ball is loose, and McDermott and Rogan going for the jump ball, and it's going to stay with the Rebels. Great hustle there from Leah McDermott. And Deja Rogan fighting for the ball. As it will be Rogan to inbound for the Rebels. Mabam looking to get it inside. Reese going against Hunter. Reese off the glass and in. Rebels back up by 1. We've got a back and forth game on our hands today. Hunter for 3. That one's no good. Turner driving inside. Shot doesn't fall. And again, ball is loose, fighting for the rebound. We've got another jump ball call, and that one will go the way of the Giants. As coach Mark Jones wants a substitution for the Manchester Giants. Idil Turk checking into the game. Georgia Anderson heading to the bench. And Idil Turk, she has been a spark off the bench for the Giants so far this season. A really tough three-point shooter. Shooting just under 39% so far. She hit 3 of 4 off the bench in last week's game against the Oakland Wolves. She just needs a little bit of daylight. She'll get that shot off. See what she can do as McDermott turns, spins, fires, drops it in. And the Giants back up by 1. That takes McDermott to 5 points, leading the Giants. Reese round to Rogan. Rogan against Turk. Finds some space, hangs in the air. Shot doesn't go, but that is going to send Deja Reese to the free throw line. Deja Rogan to the free throw line. And that foul is on Idil Turk. It's the second team foul on the Giants so far. Deja Rogan playing in her second pro season. She was in Serbia last year. MVP of the league, led the league in steals per game. As I mentioned before, she's a dangerous defender. And she goes 1 of 2 from the line, but it's the offensive rebound for the Rebels as Turner puts it back in. And that's a quick 2-point lead for the Rebels. Turk, she's doubled, round to McDermott. And that's a foul call. That is on Rogan. McDermott inbounds to Turk. Turk turns and fires the 3, knocks it down. This is what she's been doing all season long. Comes off the bench, knocks down the 3. Turner working against pace. Round to Taylor Willis. Hands it off to Rogan. Rogan for 3. That's good. Teams matching each other blow for blow here as Essex are up by 2. McDermott over to pace. McDermott inside to Hunter. Turk, she's going to try another 3 and knocks it down. Idil Turk, 2 of 2 in just a minute's play. Turner, shot doesn't go inside, gets her own rebound, fighting for it. And it's out of bounds. The Giants will get the ball back. 1:19 to play here in the first quarter. McDermott setting things up for the Giants. Pace, back out to McDermott, round to Turk. She's got Rogan on her. Pace in the corner, and there's an offensive foul called on the floor. And that is on Lauren Thomas-Johnson. Third team foul for the Giants. Turner, round to Rogan. Rogan steps back, shots up, nothing but net. Rebels back up by one. Hunter inside, short jumper, no good. Reese with the rebound. Turner, pull up from the throw line, no good. Reese with the offensive board and puts it back in off the glass. And that's why Darcy Reese is such a difficult player to contain. Maya Pace at the other end looks to answer and does. 14 seconds to go in the first quarter. Rogan. 8 seconds. Rogan against Turk. 4 seconds to go. Rogan needs to get something off, turns and fires, doesn't go, and some good D there from Idil Turk at the end of the first to stop the Rebels getting a shot off that they wanted to. And heading into the break, it is Essex Rebels 24, the Manchester Giants 23. Essex with a slim 1-point lead in what has been an absolute back and forth battle in this first quarter. Leading the way for the Manchester Giants, Idil Turk off the bench with 6 points, hitting 2 of 2 from behind the arc in just 3.5 minutes of play. And for the Essex Rebels, it is Darcy Reese on 6 points and 6 rebounds already. And Deja Rogan, she has 6 points as well. So the Manchester Giants will next be back at home next Sunday the 17th at 2 o'clock. They'll be hosting the Nottingham Wildcats in their final game before the Christmas break. And then after that, when we are back in January, it is the trophy. The Betty Cadona Trophy takes place in January. And the Manchester Giants will be away in the first round to the Cardiff Met Archers. And then, depending on the result of that one, heading into the quarterfinals, semi-finals before the final in Birmingham on the 28th of January. You can get your tickets for that now. Whichever teams are in it, it's going to be sure to be a good one. If you check out the Women's British Basketball League website, you can grab your tickets there. So teams coming back on court for the second quarter. Essex with a 1-point lead. And it will be Rebels ball to start things off. So it'll be Rogan with the inbound. Into Haynes. Haynes out to Paxton. Hands it off to Turner. Rogan, she's so quick inside. Gets that shot to fall. Such a tough basket. And the Rebels are up by 3 as Anderson goes against Haynes. Looks to pass it over to Lauren Thomas-Johnson, who's doubled inside, has to kick it out. Round to Turk. Anderson's got space. 3's up, too strong. And it's Rogan jumping inside for the rebound. Rogan, one of the smallest players on court, out-jumped everyone, grabbed the rebound, and powers back down the other end. Paxton for 3. That doesn't go. Pace over to Anderson. Anderson all the way to the basket, off the backboard, and drops it in. We're back to a 1-point game. Haynes finds a way through. Shot doesn't go, and it's Shaw with the rebound. And Anderson just slowing things down for the Giants, setting it up against Haynes. Long twos up. Bounces out into the hands of Turk, who has it stolen away by Rogan. And Rogan out to Turner, sets herself up for three and knocks it down. And Rebels playing really well when they're getting on those fast breaks, getting out into transition. They like to play fast, they like to score a lot. As Turk looks to answer, that three doesn't drop. And that's a good look from Turk. She's been knocking them down all season long. As Haynes out to Taylor Willis. Taylor Willis against Thomas Johnson. Draws the foul inside. And that is going to be on Lauren Thomas Johnson. That's her second. As Kat Tudor and Renee Bush check back in for Essex. Idil Turk heads to the bench. And Leah McDermott back in for the Manchester Giants. Taylor Willis at the line. First one doesn't go. Second one bounces out. Giants with a chance to cut into this 4-point lead. Anderson round to Pace. Pace to Shaw inside, turns, fires. That's short. And Bush, no look, over to Haynes. And it's knocked away inside as Thomas Johnson comes up with it. Stops, pulls up from the free throw line. Knocks it down. As Bush over to Tudor. Three doesn't go. And again, the Giants with a chance here. As Pace hangs in the air, ball spins around, doesn't go. And Paxton back to Tudor. Tudor stepping through inside. Some good D there from Hannah Shaw. Making it difficult for Tudor to get the shot off as McDermott passes round to Thomas Johnson. Thought about the shot. Spins inside. Too strong off the glass. And the Rebels coming back on the attack. Haynes to Bush. Taylor Willis for three. That's no good. Pace with the rebound. Pace weaves away inside. She's blocked by Tudor. And that'll be out of bounds. End line ball for the Giants as coach Marg Jones wants a timeout to talk things over. So with 6:33 to play here in the first half, the Essex Rebels have a slim 2-point lead over the Manchester Giants. Both teams going blow for blow in this one. Leading the way for Manchester is Idil Turk with 6 points. She's had those 2 threes off the bench. And then Leah McDermott with 5 points and 2 assists and a rebound. And for the Essex Rebels, Daniela Turner with 7 points and 3 rebounds so far. And Deja Rogan, 8 points and a steal as well. So the Essex Rebels, they are next back in action on the 16th. They'll be at home playing against the Sheffield Hatters. You can catch that one at 4 p.m. at the Essex Sports Arena. If you've not been down, it's an absolutely fantastic atmosphere. They have a great game day. So if you're in the area, get down, support the team. It's, as I mentioned, a fantastic atmosphere. And it's always a good time when the guys from Big Dog Bowling, Stan and Nate, are down there entertaining the crowd. But back on court, it's Giants ball. The inbound, round to Anderson. McDermott into Hunter. Hunter with the short jumper, bounces out. And Reese dives in for the rebound. That's the 7th of the game so far. Haynes setting things up for the Rebels. Going for the screen from Paxton. Over to Tudor, 3 seconds on the shot clock. Tudor with a deep three, doesn't go, and it's Bush with the rebound. Hands it back out to Haynes. Haynes inside to Reese, that's a tough pass, and it's picked off. As there's a foul call there, going back the other way. And that will be the first on Reese. Haynes picking up Anderson. Shaw hands it off to Thomas Johnson. Round to McDermott. Anderson back out to Hunter. Hunter with space for three. Doesn't get it to fall. And rebound, is fighting for the rebound. It is Thomas Johnson and Tudor and Reese. Everyone trying to get a piece of that one. It is going to stay with the Giants on that possession. As Thomas Johnson looks to inbound. McDermott with the long two. And knocks that down. We've got a tie game at 29. Haynes working against McDermott. Round to Tudor. Tudor for three. Hits it. Rebels back ahead. Thomas Johnson. Hunter, round to Shaw. Anderson with 7 seconds. Pulls up from the free throw line, back into the hands of Shaw, turns, she's blocked by Reese, kicks it out to McDermott, round to Thomas Johnson. Hunter on the baseline, can't get that to go. And Haynes with a pass inside to Reese, who just lays it in underneath the basket. And a 5-point lead here for the Rebels. Giants don't want to let this get too far ahead of them before we head into half-time as Thomas Johnson drives inside. That's too strong off the glass. And Tudor going all the way. Shot's no good. Shaw hands it off to Anderson. Round to Thomas Johnson. McDermott. And that's going to be a foul called on Bush. It's a foul. That's Bush's first. And there will be a technical foul call on McDermott. So that will be one free throw to the Rebels. And it will be Renee Bush taking the free throw. And Bush hits it. That puts the Rebels ahead by 6. So it will be Giants ball. And due to the initial foul, Manchester Giants will now have possession from the sideline. As Emily Black has come into the game for the Manchester Giants. Anderson to McDermott. McDermott out to Hunter. Hunter working against Reese, that's a mismatch. Hunter manages to get her own rebound and puts it back in off the glass. It's a tough move from Sydney Hunter, working really hard underneath the basket. She cuts the lead to 4. Bush. No good. Pace over to Anderson. Anderson down to Black underneath the basket. And the Essex Rebels want a timeout after a short run there by the Manchester Giants. Emily Black making an impact straight off the bench in her first possession. As the Rebels have a 2-point lead here in the second quarter, 3 minutes 9 to play. And Emily Black, a player previously playing for the City of London Academy in WNBL Division 1, in the WBBL last season. And players coming through the Cola Academy, we know they're such a defensive-minded team. And you see the impact Emily Black will have when she comes off the bench on defense. She was the final as the MVP for the WEBL in the 21-22 season.
Big thank you to our sponsors of Manchester Giants. Jerry Edwards Property.
And just a fantastic addition to this Manchester Giants team. So teams coming back on court. Essex with a 2-point lead.
Remember, any pictures or videos you are taking, remember to tag them on socials, tag Manchester Giants. 3 minutes and 9 seconds remaining. Rebels in the first half, Rebels 35, Giants 33. Manchester makes some noise.
Got a nice crowd building here today at the National Basketball Performance Centre. Got a group of school children have come down to support the team. Great to see the support in the stands. But back on court, it's Haynes with the ball for the Rebels. To Paxton. Hands it off to Rogan. Hesitates, drives, and draws the contact. Gets the basket, and she's going to go to the free throw line. And Deja Reese just hanging it. Sorry, Deja Rogan just hanging in the air. And she's going to go back to the free throw line. I mentioned it before, she is an explosive scorer. As the shot rims out, and it's Pace with the rebound. Anderson to Hunter. Black manages to keep it alive, and it's knocked out of bounds. Going to stay with the Giants, and 7 seconds on the clock. This is going to be Pace on the inbound. Into Hunter. She's got Paxton on her. Round to Anderson. 4 seconds to go. 3 seconds. Pace. 1 second. McDermott for 3. No good. Rogan behind the 3-point line. Working away inside. Has to back it out. Turns and fires for 3. Nails it. Deja Rogan making it look easy. And the Rebels are up by 6. Anderson into Pace. Turns and fires. That doesn't fall. Reese with the rebound. And it's Haynes against Anderson. Steps through. Reverse doesn't go. And Pace again gets another rebound for the Giants. McDermott to Hunter. 2 doesn't fall. Ball's out. And that will stay with Manchester. As Kat Tudor checks in. And Deja Rogan heads to the bench. Deja Rogan with 12 points in the game. And in for the Giants. Lauren Thomas-Johnson back in. And Hannah Shaw. And Jade Mabam back in for the Rebels. Shaw round to Anderson. Anderson for 3. No good. Pace jumps in for the rebound, but it'll be last touch Manchester, so it's going to go back with Essex. And 6 points here, the biggest lead either team have had so far this game. Just over a minute and a half to play before half time. Turner over to Reese, going against Shaw on the baseline. Tries to reverse, doesn't get it to go, and it's Black that picks it up. Anderson, long pass to Thomas Johnson underneath the basket. She's blocked inside. And I think she might have just got caught on that possession. What a pass there from Anderson to Thomas Johnson underneath the basket. Two players that have played together for so long, grew up together, and they're so in sync on court. And you love to see when players have that kind of connection. So it'll be inbound Giants. Pace round to Anderson. Thomas Johnson in the corner. Pace with a short jumper from the shoulder, no good. And Manchester getting some good looks here. Shots just aren't falling at the moment in the second quarter as Turner drives all the way, almost unopposed to the basket. Biggest lead of the game for the Rebels. Shaw round to Pace. Pace. Out to Black. Black for three. That one's no good. Pace grabs the rebound. Resets for the Giants and drives to the basket, drops it in. Leads back to 6 for the Rebels. Maya Pace working hard underneath the basket to get that one to fall. That takes her to 4 points along with 8 rebounds in the game. As coach Ashley Cookson calls a timeout for Essex with 31.7 to play. So Essex have a chance here to draw something up. Before they head into half-time. So leading all scorers, Deja Rogan with 12 points. And leading the way for the Manchester Giants is Liam McDermott with 7. Darcy Reese with 10 rebounds already, and Maya Pace with 8. And Essex really being able to take advantage of that height difference inside. 24 points in the paint to the Giants 14, and that's been the difference maker so far in this game. So teams back on court, 31.7 seconds left in the first half. Rebels looking to increase their lead here as they head into half-time, and the Giants not wanting to get this any further ahead of them. So it's Turner to Mabam. Turner gets it back. Round to Mabam. Makes space inside, drives to the basket, doesn't get that to fall. Pace with the rebound, 14 seconds to go. Pace. Round to Anderson, 10 seconds. Anderson for 3, nails it! Georgia Anderson with a big 3 for the Giants. We need to play some D here as Turner tries a 3 at the buzzer, doesn't get that to go. And at the end of the first half, it is the Manchester Giants 38, the Essex Rebels 41. Essex with a 3-point lead as we head into half-time. Manchester having come back down from 8 down in that second quarter. And a great end to the half there for the Manchester Giants. A big 3 from Georgia Anderson as they take that momentum into half-time. So leading all scorers, it is Deja Rogan, 12 points so far in the game. Darcy Reese has 8 points and 10 rebounds, close to a double-double. And for the Manchester Giants, it is Georgia Anderson and Liam McDermott on 7 points each. Maya Pace has 4 points and 9 rebounds. So we're going to take a quick break for half-time, and we'll be back with you in around 10 minutes' time. Welcome back to the National Basketball Performance Centre here in Manchester. We're getting ready for the second half between the Manchester Giants and the Essex Rebels. Now, the Essex Rebels have a 3-point lead as we head into the third quarter. They've been led by a huge 12 points from Deja Rogan and 9 points from Daniela Turner. Darcy Reese has 8 points with 10 rebounds. And for the Manchester Giants, Georgia Anderson and Leah McDermott with 7 points each. And Maya Pace adding in 4 points and 9 rebounds. So the Giants with a little bit of work to do here to get things started off in the third quarter, but they were in this position last weekend against the Oaklands Wolves. They were down 3 heading into the third, and then they had an absolutely phenomenal third quarter, 32 points in that quarter, and really took control of the game last weekend. So they're definitely going to be hoping that they can do something similar heading into the third in today's game. So teams coming back out on courts. It's been a close fought one today. So back on court, Essex playing in red, and it is the Giants in green. As we look to get things started, and it will be Rebels ball to start off the third quarter. Haynes working against McDermott. Haynes getting her first senior GB call-up last month as Bush turns and fires a 3 that rolls out into the hands of Pace. Gets it back to Anderson. Anderson looking for some help, hands it over to Shaw. Shaw inside, doesn't get that shot to drop. And Essex can come back. Bush thought about the 3, swings it round. Paxton, Tudor for 3, high arcing shot, drops it in. And Kat Tudor, she is such a threat from the 3-point line. You've got to close her down, can't give her any kind of daylight. So McDermott hands it round to Hunter. Shaw, over to Pace, 7 seconds on the shot clock. She's got Tudor on her, over to McDermott. McDermott turns, hangs, doesn't get that to fall. Haynes, Tudor, tries another 3. That one doesn't go, and it's Reese with the rebound. Back out to Bush. Haynes to Paxton. Paxton for 3. Off the front of the rim. Pace looking for some space, out to Anderson. It's a floating runner from the free throw line, and I don't know how many times you've seen her do that if you're up in Manchester. That short little one-legged runner from the free throw line. And Anderson brings the Rebels back within 4. Brings the Giants within 4, apologies. Bush round the outside to Reese. Hands it off to Tudor. Tudor with speed, drives inside. Layup doesn't go. And the Giants with the rebound. Hunter, she's got McDermott to the side, but she's going to have to slow things down. Round to McDermott. McDermott hands it off to Shaw with a short jumper, who puts it in and cuts the lead to 2 as she does. And a good start here for the Giants early in the third quarter. Haynes' pass is too long, and the Giants get the ball back with a chance to tie or take the lead on this possession. Anderson to Hunter. Pace. Really has it knocked away, keeps it alive. Working against Tudor, drives the baseline, reverse doesn't go. Bush picks it up for the Rebels. Bush spins, looking for some space, passes out to Paxton. Reese inside, working against Shaw. And Reese, nice shot off the glass. That's it to 10 points, 12 rebounds, and a double-double for Darcy Reese. Hunter against Paxton. Steps through, tough shot, gets that to fall. Again, back to a 2-point game. Haynes passes inside to Reese. Paxton's alone. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Haynes back into Reese, working against Shaw. Reese out to Paxton and knocks it down. And that's the problem that you have with Darcy Reese inside. If you double her, it's going to leave somebody else open. And Paxton able to take advantage of that for the Rebels as the lead's back up to 5. Pace into Hunter. That's short. Paxton into Reese underneath the basket. It's going to be a dribble call. So Giants will get the ball back as Lauren Thomas-Johnson comes into the game. Hannah Shaw to the bench. Hannah Shaw with 6 points, 6 rebounds in the game so far. As Anderson gets it over to Pace behind the arc. McDermott back to Anderson, thought about the 3. Thomas-Johnson round to McDermott, long 2, that's short. Haynes for the Rebels. Tudor driving inside, finds some space. Kicks it out to Haynes. Haynes driving the lane, steps through. Shot doesn't go in, another offensive board for the Rebels as Bush tries the left-handed layup and it's off the front of the rim. And Sydney Hunter puts an end to that. She grabs the rebound. Pace into Hunter and it's knocked out. Last touch, Manchester. As we have a substitution, Deja Rogan in and Danielle Turner out. In for the game. Renee Bush and Megan Haynes checking out. And it looks like we might have a technical foul on Sydney Hunter. So yeah, a technical has been called on Hunter. So that will send Essex to the line for 1, and it will be Daniela Turner taking that shot. And she hits it. Leads back up to 6 for Essex. And they'll get possession. As we go back to where we were before the foul was called, the technical foul was called. So just under 5 minutes to play here in the 3rd quarter. Essex up 50-44. Rogan to Paxton. Tudor has to kick it out. Paxton gets it inside to Reese, who hands it off to Rogan, and ball's loose. Last touch Rebels, so the Giants will get it back. Pace calling for a screen. Round to Thomas-Johnson. Essex doing a good job getting out to the shooters. It's just picked off and it's Rogan going 1-on-2, going all the way. And her jumper is good. And she's going to go to the free throw line. And that is going to be on Hunter. That's Hunter's 2nd. And Rogan heads back to the free throw line. So Cameron Taylor-Willis checking in. Claire Paxton to the bench for the Rebels. Paxton with 3 points, 2 rebounds and 4 assists so far in the game. Rogan's shot doesn't go. Tapped out by Reese. So back into the hands of the Giants. An 8-point lead for Essex, the largest lead for either of the teams here in today's game. Anderson goes against Rogan. Round to Pace. Anderson gets it back. Anderson with the jumper, gets it to go. That's a long 2 and a big shot from Anderson. Takes her to 9. Turner with the turnaround. Tapped back into the hands of Turner, who just puts it in underneath the basket. As McDermott out to Thomas Johnson. 3 is up, and that's no good. Saved in, not quite saved in by McDermott. And it'll go the way of the Rebels. Rogan. Over to Turner. Turner driving inside off the glass, gets it to go, and again draws the foul. Essex doing a really good job here, getting to the free throw line, and they're also finishing through contact and heading to the free throw line as Margaret Jones calls a timeout for the Giants, as the lead is up to 10 for the Rebels. And they've got a chance to increase it even further with their upcoming free throw. So leading all scorers, Deja Rogan 14 points and a couple of steals. And Kat Tudor and Darcy Reese on 10 points each for the Essex Rebels. Darcy Reese also adding in 13 rebounds. And Daniela Turner 12 points, 4 rebounds for her. And for the Manchester Giants, Georgia Anderson with 11 points. And Leah McDermott with 7. Maya Pace, 4 points, 10 rebounds. And again, those points in the paint, so crucial for Essex. They have 32 to the Giants' 20. Darcy Reese able to finish underneath the basket. She's got 4 offensive rebounds, and again, those second chance points, so crucial. Reese underneath the basket, able to put them back in. So the team's back on court, and it's a 10-point lead for Essex here. So Turner at the line.
Rebels in the line, makes some noise, Manchester.
They're playing in their second season for Essex. Hits the free throw. 11-point lead for Essex. Giants need to start to look to cut into this. Thomas Johnson round to Shaw. Anderson. 3 is no good. And Reese pulls down her 14th rebound of the game. Turner against Pace, backing her down. Out to Taylor Willis. Ball's knocked out, going to stay with the Rebels. As Rogan into Reese. Rogan gets it back. 6 seconds on the shot clock. Rogan, nice pass to Reese. It's Thomas Johnson trying to steal it away. Gets it into the hands of Pace. Great hustle there from Thomas Johnson. And Pace out to Thomas Johnson. Long 2 off the front of the rim. Back into the hands of Pace. Turns, spins, hangs in the air. Backs it in off the backboard. And again, great hustle there from Pace, as we've just got a whistle on the court. As it just clean up a spot on the court. So leads down to single figures for the Rebels. Just over 2 minutes to play in the third. Rogan against McDermott. Passes into Tudor, who goes all the way to the basket. Kat Tudor averaging 20.8 points per game so far this season, leading the Rebels. She's got 12 in the game today. Pass is picked off by Rogan. That's going to be a foul called on Hannah Shaw for the Giants, and that puts the Giants on 4 team fouls for the quarter.
First personal foul, including the team foul of the quarter against the Giants.
That's Shaw's first.
Being Essex ball on the sideline. Giants on defense. Defense.
Rogan around to Tudor. Rogan steps back for 3. Rims out. We've got a whistle. Looked like it was before the shot. And it's a holding foul on the floor, so foul was before the shot. And that is on Leah McDermott, so that's her 3rd. And that is the 5th team foul on the Giants, so that is going to send the Rebels to the line. That'll be Cameron and Taylor Willis at the line. So first free throw bounces out. Playing in the 2nd season for the Rebels. She was with Ipswich in Division 1 for 4 years. Got experience at the GB level at under 18. When she was 15, playing with her teammate Jade Mabam. She hits the 2nd free throw and takes the Rebels to a 12-point lead. Anderson. Picked up by Rogan. Again, Rogan is such a problem on defense. She's so quick. Shaw, long 2. It's good. Ten-point game. Rogan looking for some space inside, finds it, kicks it out. Turner on the baseline. Reese for 3. Nails it! Darcy Reese getting in on the 3-point action. Leads it back up to 13 for Essex. Pace looking to hand it off. Over to Anderson. Into Shaw, working against Reese. Shaw steps through, banks it in off the glass. Nearly stolen away by Anderson, but it's Tudor that gets to the basket. Rebels increasing the lead here in the 3rd quarter. Thomas Johnson. Hands it off to Pace. Pace for 3. Nails it! Maya Pace with a big bucket. Leads down to 10. Rebels can hold for the last shot here. 7 seconds to go. Turner, round to Rogan. 3 seconds to go. Rogan steps back, thought about the shot. Rogan fires, and that's no good. And at the end of the 3rd quarter, it is the Essex Rebels 65, the Manchester Giants 55. Giants making a little bit of a run there towards the end, but every time they score, the Rebels just seem to be able to answer. Darcy Reese with a big 3 there towards the end for the Essex Rebels. Maya Pace answering for Manchester. So leading the way for Essex, it is Kat Tudor, 14 points. Sorry, Kat Tudor has 14 points. Deja Rogan also on 14. And Darcy Reese with 13 and 14 rebounds, a double-double for her. Daniela Turner adding in 15 points, 4 rebounds, and 4 of them offensive. That has been a real difference maker for the Rebels. Daniela Turner, those 3 offensive boards, second chance points, as I mentioned, so crucial. Gives you a chance inside. And for the Manchester Giants, Georgia Anderson has 11 points, 4 assists. Maya Pace with 9 points and 11 rebounds. Hannah Shaw adding in 10 points and 6 rebounds. So the Giants with some work to do here, heading into the 4th quarter. And the Rebels wanting to hold on to this 10-point lead, bouncing back from a close game yesterday where they lost to the Leicester Riders.
We have 10 minutes remaining. This is the time where your tries need you. Please make some noise.
Teams back on court, and it's going to be Giants ball to start things off. They're going to want to cut this to single digits as soon as they can in this quarter. So Emily Black back on court for the Giants. Black to Anderson. Round to Thomas Johnson. Hunter. Anderson's got space. Three is up and it's good! Georgia Anderson leads down to 7. Turner out to Tudor, picks it and answers at the other end. Kat Tudor, such a dangerous shooter from 3. Black sets things up. Server to Shaw. Hunter back to Anderson. Thomas Johnson. 4 seconds on the shot clock. Giants needs to get something off. Thomas Johnson driving all the way to the basket. Can't get that to fall. And the Rebels coming back. Taylor Willis round to Rogan. Rogan for 3. No good. And Reese with a huge rebound for the Rebels. Taps it into the hands of Turner, who gets the reverse and again takes the contact and is going to go back to the line. Essex have really been able to capitalise on that throughout today's game.
Foul called against number 3, Thomas Johnson. You know what to do, Manchester.
So Turner at the line gets that to go. And lead is back to 13. Every time the Giants try and close this gap, Essex just managed to pull away. As Anderson manages to keep it alive, Rogan is all over her. Finds some space, long 2. Doesn't get that to fall. And another rebound for Reese. Takes her to 17. She had a massive 24 earlier in the season, playing against the Oakland's Wolves, as Rogan is fouled on that drive. And that foul is on Anderson, as Shaw and McDermott take a seat. And Sydney Hunter and pace into the game. So Rogan at the line. Shot's good. And I think she is shooting 2. It wasn't a and 1 call, that one. I think the Essex have had so many that players thought it was. Second free throw for Rogan is also good. And that is going to take her to 16 points in the game as she heads to the bench for a well-deserved rest. Megan Haynes checks back in as we've got a timeout called. So a 15-point lead here for the Rebels in the 3rd quarter. (18 points from Daniela Turner, 17 from Kat Tudor. 2 players making a huge impact for the Essex Rebels, and Darcy Reese, 17 rebounds, 13 points. She has been huge, playing out in her first season in the UK. Graduated this year, playing for the Washington Huskies in NCAA Division 1. She's 9th all-time in blocked shots, played for the Australian national team at under 17 and under 19 level. Got a whole experienced basketball family. Her sister Kelsey out playing in Oregon State. Her mum, Nicole, spent 8 years in the WNBL in Australia, and her dad, Paul, playing for the national team, the Boomers, and also playing NBL. So basketball is in her blood, and you can see why, and you can see what she is doing out on court. Just an absolutely fantastic player. 2 blocks in the game for her. And she's been really crucial for this Essex team all season long. So back on court. Again, Giants with some work to do here in the 4th. And you just have to take this possession by possession, chip into this lead. Just get a few stops, get a few scores. It's as simple as that. Score more than the other team and you win. As Emily Black swings it round to Pace. Anderson with 5 seconds on the shot clock. Thought about the shot, turns and fires, draws the foul as she does. And that's going to be on Haynes. So that will send Georgia Anderson to the line. And that's the first on Haynes. Anderson playing in her 9th season in the Women's British Basketball League. She's the all-time leading scorer for the Manchester Met Mystics. All-time assist leader, all-time steals leader, Commonwealth silver medalist. There's very little that she hasn't done on a basketball court as she hits the first free throw. That takes her to 15 points in the game. Make it 16, and that's a season high for Georgia Anderson. Just over 8 to play here. Haynes is knocked away by Pace, but it's going to stay with the Rebels. So Essex ball from the end line. Turner round to Paxton. Bush driving the baseline, stops. Paxton for 3, and she's fouled on the shot by Black. And that is going to send Claire Paxton to the line. The Giants having only shot 2 free throws in today's game, compared to the Rebels' 16, which will soon be 19. Claire Paxton shooting at 78% from the free throw line this season. Hits the first. One of the players that has hit 1,000 points in the Women's British Basketball League throughout her career. Did that last season. Also represented Scotland at the 3x3 at the Commonwealth Games last summer in Birmingham. As she goes 2 of 3 from the line, and Hunter grabs the rebound for the Giants. Anderson to Thomas Johnson. Black. Anderson 15-point deficit for the Giants. Hunter driving inside, can't get that shot to go. Out of bounds, but it will stay with the Giants. Thomas Johnson looking to get it in to Anderson. Thomas Johnson with 3 seconds on the shot clock. Puts it up, no good. Paxton controls it into the hands of Haynes, and it's tapped away, stolen by Hunter, who is fouled by Cameron Taylor-Willis. And that is Taylor-Willis' second. Anderson to Pace. Pace. Thomas Johnson inside, working against Taylor-Willis. Turns and spins, can't get that to fall. And Essex coming back. Turner playing with pace here. Out to Paxton. Turner fires for 3, doesn't get it to go. As Sydney Hunter coming down at the other end, runs into Paxton. And we've got a substitution for Essex. Kat Tudor, Darcy Reese and Daisha Rogan checking in. Cameron Taylor-Willis, Daniela Turner, and Renee Bush to the bench. Rebels with a comfortable 15-point lead here in the fourth quarter. Black saves it in, gets it to McDermott. Anderson in the corner, turns and fires, knocks it down. That's going to take her to 19. 12-point lead for the Rebels. Rogan into Paxton. Rogan gets it back. Thought about the three, steps back. Paxton, it's picked off by Pace. Pace going against Haynes. To McDermott. McDermott for three. Nails it! Back-to-back threes for the Manchester Giants. And the lead is down to 9. Leah McDermott and Georgia Anderson with 2 huge baskets for the Giants. And the Essex Rebels want a timeout. 75-66. What a turnaround from the Giants here. Georgia Anderson on 19 points. Leah McDermott with that basket takes her to 10. And again, cutting the lead down to 9. Anderson with her best game of the season so far. She dropped 14 points last week against the Oakland Wolves. She's got 19 so far in today's game, hitting 3 threes. And Giants looking to make a push here with 6 minutes 1 to play in the fourth quarter. Daniela Turner, she's been huge for the Essex Rebels coming into this game, averaging 2.5 points per game. She's dropped 18, 6 rebounds as well. And Kat Tudor with 17. So teams coming back on court, and it will be Rebels ball. Big D needed here from the Giants. Need to get some stops. Yeah, Essex. Keep doing what you're doing. It's been working every time Manchester have made a run. Essex have been able to pull away as Reese gets it round to Tudor. To Haynes. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Haynes against Anderson. Out to Rogan. Rogan's three is up, and that's short. Hunter with the rebound. As Hunter passes inside, out into McDermott, back out to Hunter. That jumper doesn't go. And it's Tudor that saves it for the Rebels. Rogan weaving her way through to the basket, puts up the shot. And that's a travel call. Great D there from the Giants, just stepping in the way. But you just see how quick Rogan is as she works her way through players, just has that really quick step. Giants looking to reduce the deficit here. Anderson, short jumper, no good. Ball's loose, and it's Reese and Pace fighting for that one. Jump ball, and it's going to go with the Rebels. Haynes going against Black, swings it round to Paxton. Rogan's there. Rogan out to Reese. And travel called. So the Giants will get the ball back. Giants need to capitalise on these possessions. Essex not making too many mistakes in this game, but when they do, Giants need to try and score off those. There's McDermott. Passes to Black, driving the baseline. Nice pass inside to Pace, who's fouled as the basket goes. Maya Pace finishing through contact. That's a tough move, and she's going to go to the free throw line. that foul is on Claire Paxton, her second. So Pace, the crowd in Manchester has suddenly got very quiet as Pace's free throw rolls in and she cuts the lead back down to 6. And the Manchester Giants, after having been down at 15, have cut this lead to 6. In the fourth quarter here, we've got 4:30 to play. And there's chance of defense getting very loud in here. Rogan swings it round to Paxton. Tudor. Paxton's got space for 3. That one rims out. Hunter grabs the rebound. Hunter's pass is intercepted by Rogan. And Rogan powering down the court, kicks it out to Haynes. Thought about the 3. Paxton, transition 3, doesn't go. And ball's out, its last touch, Manchester. So it stays with Essex. And Renee Bush checking into the game for Essex. As Bush will come in now. And Deja Rogan heading to the bench. Rogan with 16 points in the game. So inbound for the Rebels, it's Haynes. Into Tudor. Paxton. Back out to Tudor. Tudor for the long 3. No good. Hunter getting high up in the air to steal that out of the hands of Reese. As McDermott uses a screen from Pace, back to Pace. Pace thought about the shot. Steps inside, all the way to the basket. Gets the contact. And that's going to send Maya Pace back to the free throw line. And a chance to cut into this lead even more. And that foul is on Reese, just her second. As Emily Black heads to the bench and Idil Turk comes into the game for the first time since the first quarter when she hit those 2 3-pointers. So Pace at the line. She's been leading the Giants in scoring this season. As the first free throw rolls out. In her first season out of the University of San Diego. And leading the team in scoring is 15.7 points per game as the second free throw doesn't go. And the team's fighting for the ball, but that will be a foul call. And that's going to be on McDermott. That's her fourth. And that is going to send the Rebels to the line because that is the 5th team foul on the Giants. So for the rest of the way, the 3:31 to go in the fourth, the Rebels are going to be at the line every time the Giants score. So Taylor Willis, first shot doesn't go.
You can be louder than that.
Second one is good. Leads up to 7. Giants looking to make a push here. Anderson to Pace. She's got space there for 3 and hits it. Maya Pace is turning it on here in the fourth quarter. 4-point game. Haynes to Reese. Round to Tudor. Tudor for 3. That doesn't go. Reese fighting for the rebound. It's into the hands of Bush. Haynes. Round to Tudor. She's going to try another 3. That one's short. Again, another offensive board for the Rebels. Bush. Her 3's up. That one spins in and a huge basket for Renee Bush. We've seen her do that time and time again. Leads back to 6. Pace. 3 bounces out. The Rebels can take their time here. Up 6. 2:18 to play. Haynes to Reese. All alone underneath the basket is Taylor Willis. Round to Bush. Back into Reese, who turns and puts it in. And just like that, the lead is back up to 8. Anderson over to Pace. Going to try a 3. Hits the front of the rim. And time is on Essex's side here. Haynes to Tudor. Inside. Nice handoff to Reese, who lays it in underneath the basket. And the Giants want a timeout. And just like that, the lead's back up to 10. Giants pulled it close, got it to within 4, a 2-possession game. And the Rebels have just been able to pull away once again and get the lead back up to 10 points. So leading the way for Essex, Kat Tudor and Darcy Reese both have 17 points each. Tudor with 6 rebounds and Reese with 18. Daniela Turner, 18 points for her, along with 6 rebounds. A real all-round team effort for the Rebels. And for the Manchester Giants, Georgia Anderson on 19 points. A season high for her with 5 assists and 2 steals. Knocking down 3 threes. And Maya Pace, 15 points, 11 rebounds, another double-double for her. As the Giants and Rebels coming back out on court. With 1:40 to play, it's not impossible, but they've got a lot of work to do and need to get some stops and get some shots off quickly if they're going to cut into this lead. So it's Anderson to Pace. Hunter. Back to Anderson. Pace. Time's running down. Underneath the basket as Thomas Johnson lays it in. And it's an 8-point game. Giants picking up full court here, putting the pressure on as Bush works against Anderson. Bush out to Taylor Willis. That 3 is good. And could that be the dagger in this game? Pace. McDermott into Thomas Johnson. Back out to Pace. Her 3 doesn't go. And Renee Bush is going to slow things down for Essex. They've got an 11-point lead here with just under a minute to play. Bush against Pace. Working her way against Hunter, and that foul is going to send Renee Bush to the line. That's going to be on Hunter. That's her 3rd. Renee Bush, an incredibly experienced player, a great veteran to have on this team. Spent 7 seasons with the Sevenoaks Suns, winning 8 titles during her time there. Played for the GB senior team in the Eurobasket qualifiers a couple of years ago. And just one of the all-time great shooters that we've had in this league. So first free throw is good, second is also good. And the Rebels are up to 13 here. As Pace passes out to McDermott, her 3's up, doesn't go. And another rebound for Reese. As she has been absolutely fantastic this game. Bush out to Taylor Willis. It's picked off by Pace. She comes up with it. It's Pace 1 on 3. Kicks it out to Thomas Johnson. McDermott, Shaw's there. Long two is up, and that's good for Hannah Shaw. And that takes Shaw to 12 points, and that will do it for the game. The Essex Rebels 87 and the Manchester Giants 76. Essex with a huge third quarter. They were really able to pull away and turn things around, got the lead up to 15. And the Manchester Giants, despite cutting it to 4, a 2-possession game, couldn't quite complete the comeback. And it is Essex who will head home with the win, having bounced back after that tough loss yesterday against Leicester, 79-70. The Rebels were led by 18 points from Daniela Turner, a huge game for her, and 6 rebounds. 17 points each from Kat Tudor and Darcy Reese. Darcy Reese with a massive 21 rebounds. That's not even been her high this season. She had 24 earlier. She's an absolute monster on the glass and a fantastic player, so keep an eye on her throughout the rest of this season. Kat Tudor, 17 points, 6 rebounds. And Deja Rogan, 16 points and 3 steals in the game. For the Manchester Giants, Georgia Anderson leading all scorers on the team, 19 points, 5 assists and 2 steals. Maya Pace with 15 points and 11 rebounds and 4 assists. And Hannah Shaw with 12 points, 6 rebounds. So the Manchester Giants go again next Sunday here at the National Basketball Performance Centre against the Nottingham Wildcats. They'll be looking to bounce back from today's loss in that one. That is the last game before the Christmas break and before the trophy in January. So make sure to head down, catch the game if you can. If you're a Manchester Giants men's season ticket holder, you can get in for free. If not, grab your tickets online or on the door. But the final score from here in Manchester: the Essex Rebels 87, the Manchester Giants 76. Thank you, and we'll see you next time.